What's up, guys? Here today on Behind the Scenes in my podcast. I'm super pumped up for what's going on right now. This podcast episode is going to be great. I've been telling these stories over and over again and doing a much better job of publishing daily and getting a podcast out there, getting my message out there. And, you know, one of the most life-altering events for me was whenever I've heard it from Russell Brunson, I've heard it from Steven Larson several times. And it was like, if you're the one with the voice, where should you be spending your time? What should you be doing? And it's get really good at telling really awesome stories and get really good at creating really awesome offers. So that's where I've been putting my focus. And, you know, as time has gone on, this story, this analogy, this is a long kind of like bridge that I'm about to draw here on this podcast episode. This is how on the strategic level, how a game or a round of Rainbow Six Siege and a day of online marketing have the same sort of framework, or at least that's how I've learned to play both of these games the same way, with this same mindset towards that. And you may be like, Marty, what the hell are you talking about right now? And like, that's fine. That's good. So I'm going to tell this story, and if all goes well, the parable, the point of this is, if you realize that you can take a situation that's something that you have to do, for example, if you're going to live in modern society today, you are going to have to look at a screen. That's something that I don't want to do a lot for reasons that I've talked about at length. I'll spare you that chat right here for right now. But you can either use technology to engage or disengage, and that's going to be the difference maker between whether you're using technology constructively or not. And, you know, playing video games and engaging with your audience is a constructive way to use something that already makes you creative. It's something that you would have done anyway. So, how do we use this to stay as healthy as possible, physically and mentally? How do we use this? How do we use technology to be more engaging? How to not have technology use us and become its slave? And that's really what this is all about. But the cool thing about the story is going to be the framework, just this principle of framework, and how you can go in it with the mindset of, this is fun, I get to do this, whether other than the mindset of, I have to do this. So this is going to be a cool little thing right here. And I got Thor with me today. Say hello, Thor. Hello. So, all right. I am not ashamed of being a cat person. In fact, let me tell you this story real quick. This is the story before the story. I was sitting on my Twitch stream back a few years ago, and we had this cat named Tony, and Tony was a striped cat, and he was my best friend. You know, it's like, I'm just one of those guys that I get along with animals a whole lot better than human beings from time to time. I say that, I mean, not you guys, not my people, but the ones who are not my people, let's just say. So Tony was my best friend. He was on every stream I ever did. And man, this is one of the biggest mistakes I ever made in my life. I wish I had left it up, because I had totally given up hope. I had tapped out of Twitch streaming. Like, I was done. I didn't want to spend any more time being an adult and playing video games and trying to make a living out of it, while I was trying to train mixed martial arts and train other people and pretty much just play around all day. It was like that set me out on this journey to have like this actual plan and systems where I could play all day and actually do what I wanted to do, like create a business around what I would be doing with my time anyway. But the thing that I did that was just awful was I had streamed several streams to YouTube, and I was going another direction with my business geared up, or at least I thought I was. I've been talking about health and fitness the whole time, and I was going on this path now where I was going to help other streamers see the value in funnels and see or help the funnel hackers see the value in the Twitch streamers and how we could work together and really become this community, this team, this elite squad of online marketers who are taking over the gaming world and having a good time doing it in their own unique way. And I deleted those videos off of YouTube. And it was bad for a couple of reasons. Tony was in all of them, and he died of cancer. And there are a few clips that still exist with him in there. Thankfully, there's several pictures, but I've heard Steven Larson tell that story about, he was about to delete all his stuff, and Russell Brunson was like, no, it's like, I wish I had me a Russell Brunson that was like, no, man, that's part of the process. Like, that is the journey. That is the development of the attractive character on your storyline. It's like, don't. And I did. And oh man, that was a lot of hours of emotionally engaging content, because I would often go on Twitch and like talk about all the struggles I was having, what I was doing, the same thing I'm doing today, really, but it was for a different thing back then. And I messed up. I made that big mistake. So if you're watching this, whenever you record and publish stuff, leave it. It doesn't matter if it sucks, if it makes you sick to listen to, or whatever. Like, I hate to go back and listen to myself. I'm like, somebody else, please edit my stuff, because I can't stand my own voice outside of my head. And it's a weird thing. So, okay. Whew, that was a good pre-podcast story. So let's go ahead and get started on the actual podcast now. I'm loving this. Like, this is so much fun. And whenever I do relaunch my Twitch channel, I'm playing games and enacting my vision for my own self, my own personal win. It's just gonna feel amazing. Like, I know it's happening. Not to sound cocky, I'm just calling my shot here, and I'm making it real, and I'm putting it out there and making myself accountable for this. So, okay. All right. The podcast is officially going to start in 3, 2, 1. And what's up, guys? On today's episode of Marketing Siege, I want to talk about how at the start of this journey, the reason I got into Twitch in the first place was to further my message, further my vision, and do that through my business in a way that was going to be fun, and it was going to be designed in a way that I could live my life exactly how I wanted to. It's like there's a time and place to get serious about things, yes, but I've learned that the more I can have my life mimic a game, the better things are. And the thing that makes games so fun in the first place is because it's chosen hard work. So instead of getting stressed, you feel this stress is what they call it. Like it's like it's pressure, but it's good pressure. It's driving you forward. And like just being in game, it doesn't matter if it's in a video game or in a real life game, like Brazilian jiu-jitsu, like striking or baseball or any other sport, whatever game is out there. It's like that pressure of being in the moment and having a goal that everybody's driving towards uh, is is what I've been trying to infuse in the stuff that was seemingly like I have to do it. So, uh, as I've talked about at length, I have a problem with the amount of screen time that I allow myself to have, and I've talked at length reasons about that. I've been trying to make this work and stay as healthy as possible